What's up, guys? Welcome back. The will, your will, is the strongest thing you got. All right. And I know it's nice to have a bunch of practical advice, especially when you're on this side of YouTube, kind of looking for that inspiration or that next tip that you can do to make your life better. At the end of the day, it's really your will. It's your will to live. It's your will to see things through. It's your will to make things happen. Without your will, life kind of just happens to you. Without will, you're just kind of being beat up by life. It's like you're standing in line, and life is gonna drop a shit on your head, and you go long enough and you realize that line is actually a conveyor belt that goes in a loop. And so you constantly get these dumps on your head. And it's your will that will bring you through those things. And what I see happening these days is a lot of guys I talk to, a lot of guys that have reached out to me, the one thing they're missing is that will to power, that will to make things happen. Life serves you up certain ingredients. And sometimes you don't really have all the ingredients that you need to make, or that at least you think you need to make a wonderful feast, a wonderful meal. But if you're a wizard in the kitchen, man, you can get your Chef Gordon Ramsay on. You can throw some ingredients together that no one else really thinks of, like putting cottage cheese on top of spaghetti. And then before you know it, boom, you have this delicious thing that Italians will probably make fun of you for, and people will spit on you and reject you. But at the end of the day, dude, it tastes good. You made do with what you had. You made a poverty lasagna, in a sense. And so it's this will. It's like, I don't think you guys understand, it's just 50% of this is just trying. It's literally just trying. And once you decide, once you use your will to make up your mind, it's going to work out. It may take a long time, but you can get out of any situation, dude. All right? You can get out of any bad circumstances by having will. And so a good way to look at that is like, there's a puzzle. There's a 500-piece puzzle laying down in front of you. And will says, I don't know how this puzzle looks. You don't have the cardboard. You don't have the layout. You don't know what this thing looks like. But the will says, there's a puzzle in front of me. I don't know how to do this puzzle. I don't know what it's going to look like. But let me just try. I'm going to do this puzzle. That's what the will is. Right? That is the will. That's a raw will, man. It says, I'm going to pick up the first piece and I'm going to figure out this freaking puzzle in front of me. 99% of the people, I really believe, are not in that mindset. We're kind of losing our will because we've laid our burdens down. A lot of our mindsets these days is life is kind of just happening to you. And it feels like that because we're kind of in a constant state of comfort. Life is happening to us. And then whenever something bad happens, whenever things don't go right, boom, it's like, man, this is, life is just happening to me. I get depressed. I'm a depressed person. We label ourselves a lot of times. We label ourselves, I have anxiety, I have depression, I have this and that. And, dude, you got to stop labeling yourself. You really got to stop labeling yourself. You have to make the decision from here on out that you're going to pick up your burden, you're going to use your will, and you're going to figure this puzzle of life out. You're going to take whatever poverty ingredients you have, you're going to put them in a bowl, you're going to start mixing them. Okay? And that's the best way I can really explain this. Life is not just happening to you. And part of the reason that we embrace discomfort, part of the reason I tell you guys to pick up your rucksack, pick up your rucksack and embrace some struggle, is because when you start to willfully embrace struggle, when you willfully load up your backpack with 30, 50 pounds and you walk, you put yourself in a state of struggle because you don't have to do that. When you willfully go to the gym and you get consistent, Well, your body, it gets stronger in return. When you willfully take care of yourself, when you willfully put yourself out there and go to a jiu-jitsu gym and there's bigger guys and you're scared and you're getting choked out by females for the first time, you don't know what to do. That's that will to be uncomfortable that makes you feel like you can rise the ranks, you can level up, you can be better than what you are now. And so life, once you embrace struggle, life no longer begins just happening to you. You kind of step off that conveyor belt where life takes its dump on you, and now it's like, well, I'm gonna freaking bend life over. I'm gonna smack it on its ass. Boom. I'm gonna bend life over. I'm gonna make this thing happen. I'm gonna figure things out, and it's gonna take me some time. But dude, I'm gonna figure it out. And that's, I truly believe 99% of people don't think like that. They don't think like that. And sometimes it's just built into you. Sometimes, you get people that are optimistic and stuff. But when the going gets tough, you realize a lot of people, they go back. I'm telling you, 50%, once you make up your mind, from there, things start to change. And why do they start to change? This isn't the law of attraction. Okay, I'm not one of these people online saying law of attraction, think and therefore it will be. What I'm saying is once you use the will, we're all will. You don't even know you don't need to know the steps. You don't need to know where all the puzzle pieces go. But what happens once you make that decision? Something changes in your mind. You become aware. And awareness is the ability, it gives you the ability to see opportunities, to start to observe the puzzle piece. Where does this go? Where does that go? What is this? I got 5 puzzle pieces together. What is this making up? Oh, that's a cloud. Okay, great. So in real life, it's like, okay, I've done this. I kind of see I'm good at this. And maybe let me try it here. Oh, and then you're talking to people more. You're using that awareness, that presence of body and being and strength. And you're talking with people. You're listening to people. Now you have more energy. And that's, people pick up on that, because now you're in tune with life. You're not like just getting beat up by life. Woe is me. I'm just this individual. No, you're like connected to something bigger, man. And so, I know you guys feel me on this. Just feel me on this. Vibe with me on this point. You don't got to make sense of it all, but realize that going forward and using awareness, opportunities present themselves. You take those opportunities. You don't get down. You get setbacks in life. It's just a bump in the road, a simple pothole. You use that will, dude. All right? You use that will. The very first time I discovered this was when I was about 21. I was down in the dumps. I felt depressed, okay? I really had nothing going for me except working a shit ton. And I felt like I was simply existing in life. And I remember very clearly, I picked up Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I'll see if I have it here. I picked up Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I think I put it away. Anyway, that book made me realize through this one quote that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. That really changed it for me. This book, recommend you guys all read that. And then another book, which is a fantasy book, The Name of the Wind. One of my all-time favorites. And it gave me this understanding that, there's a story here that I can relate to, and I'm motivated. It motivated me. All right? Before I let you guys go, I'm going to read you this quote. This comes from the book, The Coddling of the American Mind. And I read this quote for the first time. I shared it in our Discord group, and it's just powerful. So let me find this for you. This is by Meng Zhu, 4th century BCE. When heaven is about to confer a great responsibility on any man, it will exercise his mind with suffering, subject his sinews and bones to hard work, expose his body to hunger, put him to poverty, place obstacles in the path of his deeds, so as to stimulate his mind, harden his nature, and improve wherever he is incompetent. So you realize that whatever you're going through, guys, this is what you need to go through. And so you don't fight it. You sack up, you pick up your cross, you pick up your rucksack, You get out there and you strengthen your mind and you strengthen your body so that you become able to take on life and not just let it happen to you. All right? Reframe your mind. That's all it takes. You're not your thoughts. You're not your current, you are not the current place that you're in. Okay? You're that will, and use that will. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.